They're taking back the electric tractor. What? No way. Bye-bye, little blue boy. Guys, they're taking the electric tractor away from me. Come along, we're gonna tell you all about it. Woo! Stoney Ridge Farm. I'm gonna miss you, little fella. All right, guys, welcome back to the Stoney Ridge Farm channel. If this is your first time or your 50 millionth time here, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We do rural content, tool reviews, farm content. We're building a first generation farm here in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina, and I'm super excited about new technology. I love new technology. I love new tools, just probably like you guys. If you're watching the channel here, you're probably curious about an electric tractor, or you probably hate an electric tractor. I've heard everything from this is the Liberal tractor, this is the Biden tractor, this is the California tractor. I've heard everything. And the reality behind this is this tractor is going bye-bye. So this is a Select Track tractor. It's made in the USA. It is a battery-powered tractor. It will run approximately 4 hours on a charge at full bore. In other words, at full power. It will run for 4 hours. This is not a row crop tractor. This is not a tractor you're gonna plant 40 acres of corn with. This is a yard tractor. This is an orchard tractor. This is a homesteader's tractor. This is for the person who doesn't wanna change the oil. And the only oil that you have to change in this is the hydraulic fluid. So pretty cool, pretty interesting. Instead of having a diesel motor or gasoline motor, it just has an electric motor. That's all it really is to say about it. I ran this tractor successfully and mowed at full power for 4 hours straight without any issues. I parked it in the pasture and fed hay bales to my cows and will continue to do so until they come back and get the tractor, and they're gonna come back sometime, I think this month, to pick it up. Basically, my deal with this tractor was they sent it out here for me to test it, for me to try it, to really do proof of concept if it can work for a small farm like ours. And this is a 150 acre first generation farm. We've got 50 cows, about, I don't know, 15 chickens, something like that. And it has been good. It's been a great little machine. It will pick up a round hay bale, and it will lift it up high enough to dump it over and feed the cows, so that's cool. It's a 25 horsepower equivalent tractor. It has a pretty wide footprint. In other words, the rear and front industrial tires have a pretty wide footprint, so it doesn't give a lot of impact on the land. In other words, it's not trying to bury itself up in the mud. I did get it stuck in the mud though. When you first use this tractor, and any electric tractor, is going to be a learning curve. And I know you guys are thinking, nah, I'm sticking with my diesel. You're going to take away my diesel. Nobody's taking away your tractor, okay? Nobody's taking away your right to use a diesel tractor or a gasoline tractor or a diesel piece of machinery. Every other piece of machinery on the farm runs off of some sort of fossil fuel. However, I was able to get a solar charging system, and I have that in my shop right here. It's basically a solar setup, a battery bank that I plugged this thing into, so it never ever took power off the grid. So I've ran this tractor. I don't know how many hours are on it right now. Let me just turn the key on and see. I would like to give a shout out and a huge thanks to today's day sponsor, AG1, for supporting this rural lifestyle content and supporting my essential daily health routine. With the holiday season in full swing, it's easy to get stressed out and eat all those yummy, not so good for you foods while we're out on the run, enjoying time with friends and family during the hustle and bustle of the holiday season and the season of giving. Even though the holidays can be stressful and busy, it's still super important to keep up our practices and our daily routine of foundational nutrition like AG1. I absolutely love it. It's something that I use every single day. In case you don't know, AG1 is foundational nutrition. It helps me keep my energy levels up. It keeps me focused, helps me with mood balance, and most importantly, supports my immune system during this holiday season, which is super cool, guys. It's whole food sourced. It has essential vitamins and minerals and antioxidants like zinc. I drink AG1, and let me tell you, it's an effortless daily habit that I've incorporated into my wellness routine here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. So as I've taken charge of my health, I recently lost about 85 pounds on the farm here, working out and taking charge of my health and my wellness. Now, AG1 didn't make me lose the weight, but it's something that I have incorporated into my daily routine and diet. So don't miss out this holiday season. You can save 20 bucks if you subscribe at drinkag1.com/Stoney Ridge Ridge Farmer. There'll be a link and such down there. And all Stoney Ridge Farmer viewers will also get a free 1-year supply of AG1, vitamin D, and K2, and 5 travel packs with your first purchase. Again, that link is drinkag1.com/Stoney Ridge Farmer to get your free goodies. Once again, a huge shout out to AG1 for supporting rural content, supporting my health and wellness routine, and supporting the farm. Now, let's get a drink and get back to work. I put about 13 hours on this machine, no hiccups, but there are a few things that I didn't like about it, and I'll tell you about the things that I don't think are things that a modern tractor should have. One of the things, and I figured out a way around this, is that the PTO won't run unless the tractor is moving forward. Now you can put it in neutral if you need to use a post hole digger or something like that. If you need to use like a wood chipper or something, or wood splitter, whatever else you need to use, you can use that, but you got to kind of trick the tractor to thinking it's moving, which seems kind of silly. Like the old farmall tractors of yesteryear, it won't mow unless those wheels are turning. And it won't mow if you back into a place, which was kind of discouraging for this little Tar River brush cutter. I needed to back into a spot, and I realized really quickly, I put it in reverse and the PTO just wouldn't cut on. So that's one thing that I think needs to be improved on, and I think the next iteration of this SelecTrak electric tractor will include that. Now, this message is to any and all tractor manufacturers. If you're curious, because electric technology is coming out, guys. Electric technology, electric tractor, electric farm technology. We've been running electric stuff for years and years and years, in mine operations and greenhouse operations and stuff like that, where we can't have emissions. So it's nothing new, it's just new to you, okay? So I regret that this thing is going away. However, I don't think that this tractor is something that I would want to keep for a long-term single tractor on the farm. And that being said, I don't think that I would want to mow 30 acres with it. I could mow 15 acres with it, and we did a video mowing about 5 acres with it, and it took around 4 hours, something like that. So around 1 acre an hour, which is about right for a little 5-foot cutter like this. I had no problems with bogging. I had no problems with it running out of energy, but it just went really, really slow. So if you're not in a hurry and you don't need to run a tractor 16 hours a day, which most of us don't. If you're running a farm like this, even this farm here, if we're cutting hay, we're only gonna run the tractor for 4, 5, 6 hours at a time. And then we're gonna park the tractor, let the hay dry, come back in the next day, rake it up. So this would be a great little tractor for mowing, for moving material around your property, for tilling, just for taking care of those little odds and end jobs. But when it comes down to it, if I had to mow the entire farm with this, I'd need a bigger tractor. You just need a bigger tractor. So if it was a 55 horsepower electric tractor, I could totally do it. That being said, any other manufacturers watching this, if you're curious about bringing some electric technology, we'd love to have it here on the farm. I'm really curious about it. I don't want to shove it down anybody's throat, and that's not what this video is about, and that's not what any of the electric tractor content that I produced is about. It's about curiosity, and it's about learning about this machine. Now, on top of this machine, there's a Cool Tops cooler type canopy. In other words, that top pulls down. I'll have to unbolt that and take it away. It does have a rollover protection system. Let's just take a quick walk around and I'll tell you about some of the features just so you guys know. So again, SelecTrak, and the tractor's made in the USA by SelecTrak, but the frame of the tractor is made by FarmTrak, and you can see it all lighting up right here. It's just like a standard tractor. You've got low, medium, high, 4-wheel drive, 540 PTO, and 540 economy. When you put it in 540E, you get a little bit more revs when you rev it up really high. You got 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive selector, high, medium, low, brake pedals, dual brake pedals. This is your locker for the rear end, your adjustment for how fast your hydraulics flow, your parking brake right there. Pretty simple. It's just regular tractor stuff. You got a secondary remote on the back here, got a little work light right back there. I've got that disconnected actually because that's what powers my fan up here, which keeps me cool in the summertime. On here I've got a 5-foot Tar River Implements cutter. It did pretty good. You can see I strapped a bucket to this, and this is all hay string. You can get a little cow poop on here. This thing's going back with some cow poop on it. Loader handle, just the same as anything else. You've got draft control right here. You've got your raise and lower for your 3-point right there. Yep, we'll just lower that guy down. And really nothing different. We'll tap that right there and let this thing settle. Skid steer quick attach. Underneath here there's a lock so nobody can access your battery and start it up and cause problems or steal it. The charging port is just right here. And that's it. So pretty simple. It charges on 120 or 240 volt. So I always charge it on 120. It takes about 8 hours to recharge this critter. Now, I'm sad to see it go, but I'm also excited to see new technology and better technology come out in these tractors. So guys, I don't know, post your comments down there. If you saw this thing, I'll post a few links at the end of this video. If you saw this machine in action on the farm and you have some questions about it, please don't be destructive, be constructive. Let's ask questions, let's learn about this. This is in no way a threat to your way of life or to burning fossil fuels, and I don't understand why that is such a, I guess it's because everything's been politicized, but this is not a political tractor. This is a tractor that runs on a battery, much like a battery-powered drill that I might have inside the shop. Is it gonna replace combustion engines? No, not anytime in my lifetime, I don't think. But I do think that it does have its uses. I think the uses are for people that don't want to maintain and change the oil. I've had no problems whatsoever, no hiccups whatsoever. It takes just a little bit of a learning curve. I think as long as you have a weed whacker that you can get back into those tight corners if you need to back up and mow, I think you'll be just fine right there. I wouldn't use this next to a pond too close or a waterway or a wet area. I did bury it up to the front and rear axles one time because it's heavy. Okay, so it's a heavy little tractor with a fairly light and wide footprint, but it doesn't stop on a dime like a normal tractor. So if you're gonna slow down with this tractor, expect it to roll forward a couple inches, maybe 3, maybe 6 inches. So you gotta be careful when you pull up next to your shop building or something like that, or you get near water because you run a risk of it overdriving itself just a little bit. And that's just part of the PTO system on this tractor. As that PTO is spinning, it's actually pushing the machine forward just a little bit. So guys, thank you so much. I enjoyed having the Select Track tractor here on the farm. Thanks to Select Track, all the guys at Select Track, for letting me use it, letting me try it, letting me show it to you. And any other manufacturer out there, I know Case International, John Deere, Kubota, everybody's got electric tractors and they're coming out with new technology. I think we need newer, better, safer, cleaner battery technology here in the future, and I'm really excited to hear about any kind of hydrogen technology that might be out here. So, Elon Musk, build me a tractor, buddy. Guys, thanks a lot for joining me here on the Stoney Ridge Farm Channel. I appreciate you. Please hit that like button on the way out the door. We're saying goodbye to the Select Track electric tractor, and hopefully this opens doors for more electric tractors to come to the farm so we can test them out, try them out, and tell you guys exactly how they work, and if they're junk, and if they're good. This is good. Thanks a lot. Hit that like button on the way out the door. We'll see you next time. I got some work to do in the chainsaw shop here on the Stoney Ridge. Take care. Woo! Well, come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge. Oh guys, and be sure you check that link down in the video description. It's scrolling right here, AG1. It really works. It makes me feel great. I love it, and I work it into my daily routine. See you next time.